So quiet. Oh, that's nice. Looks nice and still out there. Anyway, I guess we better get up. See what's going on out there. Just chuck these over here. Oh, it looks very nice. Oh, look at that full moon still up. Big. Ah, just a very slight breeze. Much nicer. There's a cool eagle up there doing some laps. Oh, there's two of them. Look. That's cool. The off spray or an eagle. Very cool. Anyway, we'll get the morning going. Oh, this guy just cruising along. Oh, he stopped. Spooked him. He's really cool. He'll take off faster than oh, he's done it too. We got, maybe just for a bit of fun, while it's nice and early, we'll just have a little cast around. Maybe we could put this little glide bait on and just let it slowly cruise. Maybe we can get like a coral trout to hit that. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That would be fun. Let's try that. And we'll take some pliers, because every time I don't take pliers I get a fish and I can't deal with it, so chuck those in my pocket, and that should be enough to get us going. It's just a muck around fish. We're not really planning on catching anything too epic. Just using a uni knot. That's my most used knot. Yeah, hopefully that can get some love. I reckon might be a bit of fun. It's like a slow sinking glide bait. So it's been a long time since I've even cast one of these around, so bit of fun. Water looks nice and clear. I've seen little coral trout sort of zipping in and out of this shallow area before, on the edge, just before the current starts to come around here, so seems like a good place to start. Don't know how deep it is though, so better not let it go too deep, otherwise we'll be swimming to get our lure back. So you're just slowly winding it in, and then just letting it sit for a sec. I can't remember how fast this thing sinks, so I might just get it in closer to see what it's doing, because I don't want to get the lure stuck straight away. Oh, it looks good though, look at that. It's just zigzagging in, and then when I pause, just slow sink. Okay, so it sinks a bit faster than I remember. So just slowly in, see if we get anything. Nah, not feeling this at all. Maybe we'll move to another spot or something, or maybe we'll go and jump in the water. Just walking out on these rocks. They're a bit jagged, but it's not too bad. You just got to stay. Yeah, you go too low and it gets really jagged. You go too high and it gets really jagged. But there's this little Goldilocks zone on the rocks usually where you can sort of stay where it's been ground down and it's fairly smooth. It's actually not too bad to walk on. But I want to see what's on this sign, because well, what I want to see is, because I've been stopping when I get just around this point, I want to see if it has something written on it about the green zone, because if you can go a bit further up to that point, but this pole might say something like this is the start of the green zone. So if it does, that gives me some new ground to check out today. No fishing, Marine National Park. Oh, but it's got an arrow going both ways. Oh, well, that's helpful. It's not as helpful as I'd hope, because that's very, you know, it's very open to interpretation again. You'd think they'd make that a bit clearer, wouldn't you? Because it would have been very easy for them to put that sign right on the marker or even 2 signs, and just have the arrows pointing back that way so everyone knew exactly where it started. But yeah, on the map it looks like it starts just a bit around from the point, so, and that's where I've been going to. So no fishing. Yeah, a lot of people asked on that video where I did a video on this island, a lot of people asked what the green zone is. So the green zone is basically, in the national parks, if it's a green zone, there's a no collecting, no spearfishing, no fishing rule. So it's where I can sort of not go, basically, to catch a fish. You can go and snorkel it and have a look at it, that's all good. Anyway, I guess we'll walk back now that we know, now that we don't know any more than we did before. And then we'll start thinking about how we're going to catch something. Ouch, this is definitely not the Goldilocks zone. There's you. Yeah. Oh well. Gee, it's nice not to have mosquitoes mobbing me that hard. I only saw 1 or 2 last night and that's it. Time to do a little bit of washing. Alright, and then after this I'm going to jump in the water and I'm going to swim around this point here and we'll see what we find. Going to get moving. Killed enough time. Suns are coming up. Oh, I had someone ask in the comments what I do with any of the excess oil if I'm frying. Well, I didn't really have any excess oil in this pan because it was all soaked up in the meal, but what I do is I bury any, if I dig a hole right up in the bush near the plants, and I just tip out the oil. I don't put it in the water here, and I get out all as much of the oil as I can, and then I bring them down here for washing to finish them off. So I hope that answers the question there. I certainly don't just tip it in the water. There we go. Good enough. Okay, we'll just walk down here just a little. You know what I need to do? I need to get some new batteries in this thing. Okay, this GoPro's sound doesn't work very well, but I fried another 7 last trip, and I got this new 9, except the problem is I can't get this bolt out. It's rusted, so I can't get the bolt out of this, so I have to use this 7 on this mask. So I will have that fixed before next trip, but it's been causing a bit of trouble because this camera kept freezing and going on and off, and I think it's to do with the batteries, because I just put one battery in, it didn't work, put another battery in and it's working fine. So anyway, let's jump in the water. Geez, it looks inviting just on that angle, doesn't it? Beautiful photograph. Let's get out there and catch a fish. that's a popper size one. That's what we're going for. That is a nice sized trout, that's for sure. Look at him. I've just been thinking about what I should do. Maybe what I'll do is I'll jump in, try and get something for breakfast, and I'll have a nice cook up. We'll keep this guy, we'll maybe wrap him in my t-shirt and keep him cool. See if we can get a cray or something quick for breakfast, something a lot smaller, and then we'll take this guy home. Look at this, it's like paradise. Look how beautiful the water is. Seems crazy to have to think about going, but I'm not upset. That's definitely by far my PB trout. So we'll jump straight back in the water pretty much. We'll go out, try and find a cray or something else, and find some breakfast, find another thing to take home. And if we don't, hey, like happy days. I'd be happy with just even one of those little flags, those little Spanish flags or something now. Or even, oh, I don't know. We'll see if we can get just something small for breakfast, and then we can hightail it. So, wet this down. Give it a bit of a wash. I've been wearing it all the drive up and all yesterday. And I slept in it last night. So this shirt is a little bit man fresh. Okay. Just put that down there and we'll wrap him in the shirt and just keep him nice and cool. I'm gonna struggle to do this with one hand, aren't I? Oh no, look at that, perfect. Let's take him up and put him in the shade. We're not gonna be too long. See if we can get some breakfast. We'll just leave him there in the shade and he should be good to go. That cool air sort of blowing on him will keep him nice and cool for a bit. Now, I've got to get this camera going again. So yeah, I'll have to get one of these gloves off and change the camera over. Almost back. Hello, boat. You seem to have moved. It's a bit disturbing. I could see it happening from out there, but I didn't think it was happening that much. Get these GoPros sorted and talk about this guy. I don't know if you can see it, but just before I got that last cray, just before I got the cray, I got stung by something across my face. It went, I don't know if it's visible, it might not be visible, but geez, I was like, ah, and then when I dove down, it's like as if when I was just going a little deeper, the equalizing, it was like as if something had swollen in my sinus. It felt really painful to go down. I was like, oh, yeah, that's, it's time to get out, I think. As I dove down on that last one, like normally I'm not a fan of like spearing them, but in this case he sort of presented himself on the side and it was just quite clear that there was 0 eggs. I was like, oh well, you've given yourself away there. So I just took the shot and thought, bugger it. Anyway, we'll go down, we'll cook this guy up, and yeah, and then we'll think about moving on. Geez, it's getting hot already. It's gonna be a very hot day. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise to hightail it out of here. It gets pretty tough when it's that hot. Alright, look at that. Oh, hello lizard, sorry to spook you. Well, look, this guy looks like he's molted not so long ago, but because he's pretty soft, so I'm sorry buddy to disturb your molting, but you know, yeah. So I'm just going to lightly cut around the edge here and just twist and pull. There we go. And then we'll move over to this cleaner stump, and it's going to be as simple as just going straight down the center. Cut down the center, and with the shell this soft, poop shoot came out nice and easy, and not a lot of people. Look how twitchy it is. So fresh, still twitching. Sorry. But there's 2 delicious tails right there. We'll get this, what we might do is just pull this back so we can get access to everything really easy, because we won't be needing that tonight. Maybe we will, maybe we'll wrap that cod up in this towel as well before the trip home, and maybe I'll sashimi half, and we'll just do some chili, soy, some oil, chili, soy, and some coriander, and we'll just mix that through and eat it like that. And then we'll do the other side just slightly fried on the pan. That sounds pretty delicious to me. Oh, look at all those ants on my stuff though. And I've got stuff pulled out everywhere here in the rush to get back out in the water. I've just thrown everything here, so quickly chuck that in here. It's a bit of a mess. How much of this will we need? Probably about that much. Probably won't need more. And we'll put that back in there soon. Okay, so I guess we just chop some bits up. Maybe we'll do the lobster first. Oh, because it's so soft, it's actually sort of peeling off a bit funny, but hopefully we'll make do here. It's very attached. Halfway there. Yeah, because the shell's soft, it's proving to be a bit difficult to peel. Normally it's a bit easier than this. Anyway, we'll work our way out of it. There we go. Nice, we did it. Alright, so maybe it's going to be a bit more like poke than sashimi. Maybe we'll just mix it all up in here and just go for it. Because we're just going to have to try and cut it into nice palatable pieces, but it's not going to hold together like I wanted it to. But that's alright. Still going to be delicious. You know what, the only thing I wish I'd had is some garlic as well. I didn't bring any. I do have a red onion in there, but I don't think it'll need it actually. Yeah. Delicious. Okay, let's just pop that straight in there. Let's do them one at a time. My hands are just too slippery. All over the place. Very nice. Alright, maybe we'll make them a bit smaller. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. And we've got our coriander, or if you're in the US, I guess you call it cilantro. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're camping. Yum. And we'll put a bit of pepper in there as well. And then we'll just put some soy in. too much for the start. And then we'll just mix it through. Oh man, that's looking good. So I just got to get up off my knees there because it's starting to hurt. And we'll just let that sit. Let's just try some. Geez, spicy. Reckon we could just go a tiny bit more soy. Oh, there we go. And we'll mix that through again. This is really good. Goodness, I know I say that every time, but it really is. Okay, so that'll be the first dish. Just pop that on the side. And the second one is simply going to be frying some of this lobster off. So just oil and salt and pepper. That's all we're going to do. Super simple. Woo! That was a pretty big flame. Okay, get that on the heat. Oh, ant. Go away, buddy. You're not going to like it there in a sec, trust me. Alright, in it goes. Wow, that's going to be so good. Oh, look, it's going to start twitching. Okay, just leave that for a sec. Okay. Gets so hot, that thing, that I've just taken it off the heat for 2 seconds while I flip it over. Where's my chopsticks? Yeah, just like literally instant heat. So flip it over. Oh my word, look at that. Okay, get our salt and pepper out. Oh, look at it twitch away. Pepper it up. Bit of salt. Okay. Take our choppies back up there. Okay, we'll turn the heat down a little bit because it's super hot. Now, obviously I don't even really need to cook it that much. Obviously it's very nice raw still. So we'll just get it cooked a little bit all the way through on the edges. You can see the centre's hardly at all cooked. So we'll get this back bit going. And then we'll flip it back over and just turn it right down and let it go a little longer. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, no, look, that's cooked. You can still see a little bit of transparent right in the centre. So that's good enough for me. Let's get it off. Oh boy, this is going to be very, very nice. Where are we going to eat? Somewhere with a little bit of shade would be nice. Maybe just down there on the ground. Just here. Tiny, tiny amount of shade. Oh. Let's not kick any sand into our food. That's going to be key. And let's not dip our chopsticks in there. Right, yeah. Not sure how good this shot on the sand will be in the light because it's blowing out at the back there. But that is that. Maybe I can hold it up like this. Yeah. Wow, so there's first course, or I might split them up. Chili, soy, coriander. Sashimi is going to be really good. It's been sitting there marinating a little bit, soaking in the flavors. And this one is just hot off the stove. Oh man, that looks really good. Okay, we'll let that cool for a second. And I might get some of this one into me. Oh boy. Well, oh, look at that. How nice is the weather? Just a quick pan across. Next level. Well, I'm sweating it up. the island has certainly delivered. I'll try a little bit of the sashimi. I tried a bit before, but it should be even nicer now. It's had a little bit of time to soak the flavours in. Let's get a little bit with everything on it. Oh, that's a bit too much. Ah, let's just do it. My God, that's so delicious and so simple. You can taste just the right amount of soy, plenty of bite in those chilies, which makes it super nice. And that coriander just gives it, that just tops it off, that flavour. I love coriander. Some people hate it. I don't know what's wrong with people. It's one of those unique flavours you can't replicate. Nothing else tastes like it, and it's so good. Man. Okay, let's have another bite. Wow. That's next level. Wow. I'm really going to enjoy that. But let's try this one. Let's not spill. This one's going to be more tricky. How am I going to do this? I might just have to leave that down there and I'll just hold it in my hand. Okay, we'll just try the end because this one's going to require a bit more messy eating. The cooking brings out the sweetness, so it's got this super nice sweet taste. And look at that flesh. Oh, you couldn't get a better breakfast. Like, no matter how hard you try. Sorry for talking with my mouth full. All right. Well, we're going to smash this. That is just like the most delicious thing ever. And I've got 2 different courses. I'm so glad I did the 2 courses. I was going to get lazy then and just do one or the other. And I'm so glad I forced myself to do the both, because one of each of them would have been maybe too much of the same thing. But split up like that, it's the perfect amount. Splitting up the flavours so we get like a nice rounded kind of meal and not just feel like by halfway through I'm just shoveling it in because it's the only meal I'm going to have today. Well, it turns out it's probably not going to be the only meal I have today. I'm going to sit here and smash these, and then we'll look at packing up while the tide's nice and high. I can easily slip the boat back in and we'll cruise back to the mainland over that way. Let's eat. I can't explain just how good this mix is. Just something so simple. Imagine if you had just a bit of garlic as well. Yum! If you haven't tried lobster just raw like that, do yourself a favour. Get into it. So delicious. Well, that's the end of that. Oh, yeah, my nose is running from the chili before. And we'll just finish this off. And that's breakfast lunch. Oh, this is really good. I actually think I prefer the raw rather than the cooked. Just because of the flavours. Nice flavour hit. I guess one wouldn't be the same without the other though. You got to balance it out. Yeah, we've had a good day already, and it's only like 8:30 I think in the morning. So we'll pack the stuff up, we'll jump in here. You can see there's a diver jumping in there. That's not so far from where I was seeing the coral trout out there actually. It'll be interesting to see if he gets one. But yeah, let's start packing up. We try and get out of here before it gets too hot and before that tide starts receding, because I want to just slide that boat in and take off. Make it nice and easy for myself. Fix that spear gun up. There it goes.